people of the internet. My name is Drakonis, and welcome to another video. Today, we are going to be taking a little trip, if you couldn't already tell. Where are we going, you might ask? Well, you'll find out soon enough. It's a place of forests, meadows, ridges and peaks, lakes and glaciers. It is a place that serves as a backdrop for many places in Washington state. We are going to Mount Rainier National Park. More specifically, we are going to sunrise on Mount Rainier. Before we begin, I must apologize for any wind noise. I have tried my best to limit it, as well as any not natural sounds, like the cars passing by. I hope that you will bear with me whenever they are present. Mount Rainier is the tallest peak in Washington state, at 14,411 feet above sea level. What is that in metric, you might ask? Well, that is a very good question. Mount Rainier is the most heavily glaciated mountain, containing 35 square miles of glaciers. The nearest peak that you see right here is Mount Adams, just 2,000 feet shorter, give or take. Mount Rainier is an absolutely beautiful mountain, and also very intimidating when you remember the fact that it is active. It is one of 5 volcanoes in Washington state. But it is definitely the most dangerous. Here we are, arriving at the Sunrise Visitor Center. Sunrise is the highest point that you can reach by car in the park, at 6,400 feet. Today, we are going to be taking a little hike. I hope that you will enjoy it. Today, we are going to be taking the Sunrise Nature Trail. So let's head out, shall we? For years, Mount Rainier had been used for various activities that destroyed the meadows. So they have signs up reminding you to please stay off of the meadows as they are trying to rebuild them. Mount Rainier also contains many other trails, as you saw on the sign earlier. One of which, the Wonderland Trail, takes you about 100 miles around the mountain. It was incredibly difficult to keep the camera steady while hiking. And while I've been putting this video together for you, I have been also looking for ways to eliminate the camera shakiness, because it is quite difficult to hike and record at the same time. And the reason why you are hearing my voice as a voiceover instead of through the actual camera is because it is also hard to talk. And there's a sign reminding us where to go. So let's go. This trail doesn't look as steep as it actually is. But when you are trying to hike and record at the same time, it is much, much steeper. The mountain looks beautiful shining behind us. You can see all the trees and the peaks off to our right. Every year, thousands upon thousands of people visit Mount Rainier National Park. Many of them are from out of the country. Growing up in Washington State, it's hard to remember that in your backyard you have views of things that a lot of other people don't. It's like we found a little chipmunk. Oh, scared him away. Sorry, buddy. Let's continue our hike. It is exceedingly difficult to hold the camera still while you're hiking along, because not only are you focusing on that, but you're also trying to maintain your breathing and your heart rate. Seasoned hikers use a technique called pressure breathing to maintain their oxygen level as well as their heart rate. Is a technique that I used many times during this hike. Although none of them were included on camera. Reach a little mile marker. Take a chance to look out at the ridges. Summit of Rainier and Little Tahoma right next to it. It's amazing looking out over the mountaintops and remembering that the higher that you go up, sometimes you end up above the clouds. Fortunately for us, there were no clouds today. I love going on hikes like this. It gives me time to relax, take a deep breath, and forget about my problems for a while. Oh, better watch our step here. Looks like there's a little flat piece up here. Maybe we can take a short break. Possibly have some scenic views. There's one of the other trails going off to the right. And a trail marker. What do we have here? Hope that none of you are afraid of heights. If you are, just go ahead and look away. You can see all of the volcanic rock from previous eruptions thousands and thousands of years ago. Mount Rainier has had a very eruptive and explosive past. This looks like a good spot to take a break and enjoy the scenery. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? It's nice to take a break and rehydrate every once in a while. Remember, everyone, hydration never takes a vacation. This is one of the shortest trails on Mount Rainier's sunrise side. And there's a reason why they call it the nature trail. You get plenty of views of all the trees, the mountain peaks, the mountain itself, the flowers, the wildlife. You are completely surrounded by beautiful, magnificent nature. This trail is perfect for anyone who just wants to get away and get reconnected with nature. It is also good for beginning hikers to help get acclimated. elevation presents its own challenges, but not for these flowers. All of the vegetation on Mount Rainier is very, very fragile. It takes years and years for these meadows to regrow once they've been destroyed. That is why there are many, many signs all around Mount Rainier telling you to stay off the meadows. There's the visitor center and where we started our hike. And all of the mountains surrounding Rainier. The Emmons Glacier that is on this side of the mountain was looking particularly dangerous today. See, no hiking, meadow repairs. It would appear that it was a rough winter on the glacier, because there are plenty of new crevasses that have opened up. Some of the crevasses in the glaciers can get up to 200 feet deep or more. A fall down one of those by yourself would not end well. Down here, you can see all of the volcanic rock and where the glacier has previously flowed. For those of you that are unaware, glaciers are not static. They do not stay in one place. They flow like water. Because although it may look like snow, it is actually heavily compacted ice. I love looking at all the trees as I'm walking around. Breathing in the crisp subalpine air. Although, I was not very smart today, because I did not bring any bug spray. Because of this, I have been mosquito food. Don't worry though, they're not going to bother you. You know, these trails sometimes are a bit of a metaphor for life. Because when you're looking ahead, it may seem like you have a long way to go. And sometimes that's true. But looking back, you can see how far you've come. I let that give me the determination to continue moving forward. We've come this far. Why turn back now? I apologize for the dirty lens. I did not realize that it was as dirty as it is. Watch your head. Just go under this. And a little step down. What's this? Another viewpoint. This place is absolutely beautiful. And the wind feels amazing. Especially after a long hike. Well, let's continue, shall we? So many interestingly shaped trees, and so many beautiful flowers. Little step down. As I look up at the peak, I'm reminded of my ultimate goal, which is to one day stand on the summit. I'm a long way off, but I'll get there. Summiting a mountain as large and as dangerous as Mount Rainier takes a lot of skill, a lot of physical ability, and a lot of training. But I'll get there one day. I love listening to the wind go through the trees as it swoops off of the summit of Rainier. as the warm air rises from the valley floor and the cool air descends. Another step down. At this point in time, my camera is now letting me know that I'm running out of battery. And do you know who has an extra battery? That's right, not me. Makes you thankful for technology, though, because as my camcorder dies, I can pick up my phone and record with that. Always nice to have a fail-safe. What's this up ahead? Looks like there's still some snow hanging around. The snow doesn't completely melt away until the end of July or August. Beginning of August, rather, not the end. I love seeing all the older, more not alive trees among the very alive ones. Let's take a minute and appreciate this view, shall we? Well, time to continue. It was at this point that I had to change to my phone. It's amazing the difference in picture and color quality between my phone and my camcorder. I've noticed that some of the colors, particularly the blues, are much more striking on my phone. Well, the greens too. Well, and all the colors. kind of makes you wonder why I even bought a camcorder in the first place. Looks like there are some more people up ahead. More hikers enjoying the beautiful sunny day. Well, we're more than halfway done. Let's take another look at the valley. All of the beautiful recovering subalpine meadows. All of the trees. And of course, the mountain. Breathe in the cool mountain air. Feel the warm sunlight on your skin. Hello. Well, looks like sunrise is this way. Maybe next time we'll take another trail. Perhaps the Frozen Lake Trail. But for now, let's head back to sunrise. I hope that you have enjoyed this hike with me. Sometimes it's nice to get away. Away from people, away from technology, away from all the stresses in your life. Just leave it all behind for a few hours and go up to the mountain. Enjoy the way the sunlight peeks through the trees, or glistens off of the ice on the mountain. Enjoy the wildlife scurrying about, foraging for food, or just getting some exercise. Sometimes going away for a little while going to a nice quiet place where you can enjoy the scenery and breathe in fresh air is wonderful for the soul. And brings a lot of peace. Because I think, at our core, that is all we as people want, is to feel safe and to be at peace. And sometimes all it takes to get there is a nice, slow stroll through the mountains. And as our hike together today comes to a close, I hope that this video has helped you relax, helped you become more grounded, and brought you a little peace. Thank you very much for watching and joining me today. Here's where we started our journey, and here's where we will end it. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this video. And until the next video, this is Drakonis with the mountain shining in the sunlight, signing off.